Congratulations! By selecting this video, you have already demonstrated that you are willing to stand out from the crowd. As any haberdasher will tell you, nothing better signifies tasteful neck fashion than the garment commonly known as the bow tie. Proper neckwear is the perfect finishing touch to a man's clothing ensemble. The history of neckwear and why people wear it is a major sociological study which we will not undertake at this time. How to tie a bow tie is a much more manageable subject. Incidentally, the bow tie is the only neckwear that does not dangle, with one rather uncomfortable exception. In spite of their practicality, bow ties are not common, and men who wear them tend not to run with the pack. While adhering to the letter of the social law, men who wear bow ties do not necessarily adhere to the spirit of conformity that the social law implies. Do not be mistaken. Hand tying is difficult. A recent informal survey could not find one man in 50 who could tie a bow tie. Over the years, various fakes have been developed. Pin-on, single clip, double clip, and elastic. If you wanted one of these, however, you would not be watching this video. The advantages of a bow tie, should you choose to accept them, are numerous. Any task that requires the use of the hands in relation to another object benefits from the presence of a bow tie. Yes, the pianist has other things to think about besides catching his tie in his fingers. Draftsmen and engineers can't chance misdrawing lines or catching neckwear in machines. In the not-too-distant past, the bow tie was a common indicator of elegance and distinction. As is the case with other classics, the bow tie has maintained its style and practicality in spite of austerity programs and changes in popular fashion. At play, the tie holds its own, staying crisp and not calling attention to itself. Even when the unexpected pops up, the bow tie remains decorous and unobtrusive. Nowadays, unfortunately, more men have adopted long ties with a general tendency to make concessions in other areas of their lives as well. The modern tie wearer surrounds himself with commodities of far less quality. When problems arise, the ramifications may cause far more devastating a personal loss than a mere Sunday drive. So, let's get on with the purpose of this video, the tying. Before we begin, bear in mind that in the tying process, what you see is 10%, what you feel is 90%. If the tie is adjustable, adjust the tie to the size of your collar. Lift your collar and place the tie on the lower collar. Fold the collar down and button it. Adjust the ends so that one side is 1 3/8 inches longer than the other. Take the long end and pass it underneath. Get the long end out of the way so that you can see what you're doing. Placing it in the mouth may not look sophisticated, but it's convenient. Use whatever method works. The tightness of the tie will now be the tightness of the finished tie. Unlike long ties, you cannot tie it loose and then tighten things up at the end. Form a bow of the short end and drop the long end over it. With the end dropped, you have seen everything there is to see. All the rest is hidden behind your fingers and thumbs, and the mirror becomes useless. Put your thumb on the bow to hold it. Keep it here because it will tell you what is happening with the other hand. Now take the short end between the other thumb and forefinger. Pull it tight by putting your middle finger into the bow made first. This is a hard part, so watch closely while I show it again. Put your thumb on the bow to hold it. Keep it here because it will tell you what's happening with the other hand. Now take the short end between the other thumb and forefinger. Pull it tight by using your middle finger. Now that we have that behind us, stuff the short end into the hole where you find your other thumb. This is the hardest part. Watch closely. Keep stuffing by moving the thumb out and replacing it with the bow. It's best to see this motion from a different angle. So watch while we pull the bow through on a narrow-neck beer bottle. When you can feel both the top and the bottom of the bow through the hole, stop. You have now done everything you can. When you remove your hands, the bow tie should hold and be comfortable. All it needs is a little straightening, so hold the finished bow with one hand and pull the other bow through with the other hand. Flatten the bow as you pull, and then straighten and center it. Practice on your friends or wherever you can. Practice with different widths of bow ties. When you feel like you've really got the hang of it, you are ready for the ultimate, a bow tie with a wing collar. There is no length adjustment since the tie is sewn to size. There can be no twists around the neck. With a white bow tie, your hands must be very clean. Remember that nothing worth having ever comes easily. Just knowing how to tie a bow tie will raise you above the ordinary. Once you experience the advantages of a bow tie lifestyle, you may never go back to long ties again. Either way, best wishes and good luck.